Ghosting makes me feel okay.
All right.
Did they drop the lawsuit against Jim Sterling? They said that they said that there's a motion to dismiss it on. According to this article, the Ramines said that there's a motion to dismiss it that's in process, so it's not off the table yet. Jim isn't talking about it for obvious reasons, because you don't typically talk about when you're being sued. But that's what they said. So
I mean,
dismissal is pending. There it is. Yeah.
I don't know what they were expecting to happen when they sued Steam users.
I don't know either, but here we are. It's the actual article was really funny. It's sort of in the same sort of tone that we took with this story. Whether this does raise some interesting discussion about how Steam's commenting and review system works and how it does open developers up to harassment and slander from just any random user.
Well, I mean, look at the people who are like screaming the games are no good unless they support 60 FPS, right?
Yeah, but this article is like, but Digital Homicide are toilet people, and we don't care. So it's like this would be interesting.
Garbage man, take your games and put them in a garbage can.
Yeah.
Now go away and dismiss your suit. Everybody, come on, toot toot. Get out.
Toot toot.
You are a garbage man. I couldn't think of anything that rhymed with suit. Other
Hot
than
Peppers says, yo, I finally caught a checkpoint live. Well, hey.
Garbage man. Terrible games in a garbage can. Sued.
It's dark in here. Why did we design the game?
Jim Sterling. It was a warning. Damn it. My song game is off.
Take your time in a garbage fire.
Yeah.
Hello,
Toot toot.
everybody.
Anyway, what do we got going on up in this
I don't think there was
business?
that many coworkers for at Digital Homicide.
No.
It strikes me as like a 1 or 2 person operation.
I believe it's a 2-person operation, which is the Ramin brothers. James and someone.
Well, like,
Wonder
don't
what jobs
be...
they'll go back to do.
Look, don't be shitty, right? Like, don't be aggressively shitty and, like, court disaster. And, like, obviously bad things happen to good people all the time. Like, the universe is random and capricious. But, like, I can't feel like some of this misery is self-inflicted, right?
Yeah.
All right, so what kind of stories do we have?
I am loading up the stuff.
Stop
Loading up
trying
the
to
stuff. There
rephrase
it is.
Whedon's Law. It doesn't need it.
Yeah.
I guess. Isn't his phrase just don't be shitty?
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Oh.
What the? Why? Oh, I guess Google Docs upgraded and is like, are you still you?
Yeah. Well, Whedon wouldn't swear. All right, so we got the Super Mario Brothers speedrun thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Interestingly enough, this is actually the one of 2 Super Mario Brothers speedrunning stories.
The other one is too complicated to explain through the guise of a checkpoint story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I saw somebody actually mention it in the chat.
I knew, by the way, I knew that from how I was wording that story, that before I got to the point of talking about how they're actually tied, that people in the chat would already be like, actually.
Well, because it was an update on the story. Like it was originally that he was ahead, and everyone agreed that he was ahead, and it was only by going through the replay frame by frame that they saw that during the bullet bill glitch, it actually skipped 1 frame.
Is your mic on?
People are saying your
Probably
mic
not.
is quiet.
Your mic is low? Is
Yeah,
it even?
Probably didn't turn it on.
It's probably just not on at all.
Because I'm a dude.
Well, I saw that it was you doing it, Jordan, so that's why I said, well, actually, I think you'll find that they ended up tying after they reviewed the footage together. Actually, Darbian wasn't involved, but Cosmic was Cosmic was tweeted about it, was like, I did it! I beat the world record by a frame! Woo! And then reviewed his own footage and was like,
I
I didn't!
I tied.
Because the thing is, the section that had the slowdown with the bullet bill skip doesn't always cause lag. So So this was on pace to be 1 frame faster.
Yeah.
But that happened.
This is like, real world conditions. Like, it's like there's a slight headwind so you don't get the javelin world record, right? Like, there's things that you can't control for, which is kind of neat.
The one of the things.
Paul's beard is not muffling his voice.
Yes. Hopefully my mic is better now. One of the things actually that I thought was cool, if you watch the video, he's going through it. Obviously, it doesn't take very long to watch. It's like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But when he's doing Bowser at the end, he just like jumps, and he jumps straight through one of the hammers that Bowser is throwing.
Yeah.
And hits the
Axe.
Hits the axe, and the bridge goes away and stuff. And apparently that's because that's sort of a fluke. Like, it's not something you can always do.
No.
But what it is that because he was playing it on an original Nintendo, the original Nintendo couldn't actually track the number of hammers that Bowser throws.
Oh.
And so it was a hack. Only some of the hammers have hitboxes.
What?
And some of them are just for show. But you don't know which are which.
So, here's the other story about speedrunning.
Oh,
They
yeah,
shaved like 39 seconds off because they found out a way. Basically, I read this to see if I could explain this, but it's not like inherently funny. It's just impressive. If you build up a lot of negative speed by doing a long backwards jump.
This is Super Mario 64.
Yeah,
By the way,
64.
heads up.
Yeah, if you build up a lot of negative speed, it kind of glitches out the game. And the way it's coded, you can sort of go into parallel universe space, where you're in the level, but you're not in the level. Which is why you see a lot of backwards jumping in these games.
Yeah.
And if you go basically at the right speed and follow the right route, you have a 1 frame window to jump through the door that's under the moat. You shouldn't be able to get through
Until you drain the moat.
which means you have to fight Bowser twice to get there, right?
Yeah, this is I think according to Frank Cifaldi, this was like the holy grail of Super Mario 64 glitches, and they've finally done it tool assisted. Being able to do it with an actual player seems like it still wouldn't necessarily be possible, but they did manage to do it where they glitched through the door in the moat. Yeah, meaning that they've now called this like 1 key.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to fight 2 of the Bowsers. You only need one Bowser key because you just jump, you skip so much of the level. So it's it's a very short video. It's only like 5 minutes ish.
Yeah,
I mean, the video is like 9 minutes long, but half of that is the end credits.
Yeah, and I mean the Mario 64 is weird in the sense of that it's at the point now in terms of glitches and things where people like the only levels they actually play are the 2 Bowser levels.
Yeah. Oh, J Random Hacker says it used to be the Super Mario 64 tool assisted run used to be 0 star 2 keys.
And now it's 0 star 1
Now
key.
it's 0 star 1 key.
Yeah.
So.
Although I also love that that the speed run is at the point where removing 1 key, so you don't have to don't have to go through the level and don't have to fight Bowser. All that does is remove 30 seconds from the time.
Yeah.
So they were doing all the stuff that was required to get the first key in 30 seconds. So the Mario 64 speedruns. Mario 64 speedruns are great to watch. If there's that weird contingent of people that are like, oh, it's stupid day 1 patches, back in the day on consoles and with cartridges.
Right.
The games were right the first time
because they had to be because they couldn't fall back on day 1 patches.
Yeah.
Like that's bullshit.
It's like Mario 64 has not a small number of glitches in it.
Yeah.
And of course they found more. But anyway. All right, other stuff.
Stardew Valley has divorces now.
Yeah, and the whole so basically, if you decide that you've fucked up and you want to redate
Undivorce.
You want to redate your spouse.
Yeah.
You can wipe their memory, but also it's like
That's weird.
But the witch's hut also allows you to turn the children that you may have acquired in your marriage into doves to dismiss them permanently. They don't do anything. I don't know why you'd want to do that. They're forever stuck at the toddler age, so maybe you just get sick of all your shit being moved around.
So you can
remote controls being stashed in weird
it's
places.
so it's about 80 grand to just be like
That's a lot of money in that
to
game.
just be like totally clean slate.
yeah,
It's like
that's so much money in that game.
I've been so happy that we haven't had stories about Call of Duty Modern Warfare in a while. Because every time I'm writing one of these stories, I misspell it.
Warfare?
Warfare.
Yeah.
Every
Oh yeah,
fucking
time to
time.
misspell
I was-
warfare
I was-
again.
That one was intentional.
I was really happy. I was deliberately like thinking about it, and I did not do it when I was doing some stuff today. But I had to. I was like, I'm not gonna write warfare because I'm
but
smart.
like multiple times in the same story. I have a sentence here that's like, a huge selling point of the upcoming Infinite Warfare is the inclusion of Modern Warfare Remastered, a remastered version of the 2007 classic Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. All three instances in that sentence.
warfare.
Warfare. Every time.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. Anyway, that's kind of, it's not great.
That's super shitty.
Well, and it's the idea that so it's like it's a download game,
Yeah.
but it is not available as a download anywhere.
Yeah.
You can only get it by buying the physical version, the special edition physical version of Infinite Warfare to get the disc, and then the disc unlocks the download.
Why?
So it's like the download is there
Yeah.
and like just waiting. It's ready to go, but you can't have it
Yeah.
Why?
unless you've got this disc. And so it's like the disc. I feel like it's one of those things where they want to be like everyone's going to be wanting to play the remaster. And in order to play the remaster, you got to have this disc in. And so maybe like after you've played the remaster for a couple hours, you're like, okay, that was fun. You'll like exit out of the game. And then on your home screen, they'll be like, hey, you want to play
The new one?
the new one?
The new
please?
one that doesn't look very good?
Please, you want to play it? It's just here. You don't even have to switch discs. It's come on, please.
Yeah.
Which doesn't seem like a great. Yeah, it's just,
It's just
like
really anti-consumer, right?
it's basically just like a dongle for the game.
Because there are people who, I mean, obviously, Call of Duty.
Maybe it's not actually a download. Maybe it's on the disc and they're just lying about it.
Also, Call of Duty is a hugely popular game and has lots of fans, and Infinite Warfare is going to sell well regardless. But there are a lot of people who just want Modern Warfare remastered and are not actually interested in Infinite Warfare.
Such as like our friend Matt.
Well, there are people. I don't want to speak for Matt in this particular instance, but there are people who feel that the series peaked at Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. And probably in the same way that no good music has been made since 1985, that kind of thing.
Well, 85?
I don't know.
Please.
So-
1996.
Okay.
So if you, I'd be curious actually, like about the like getting the remaster. So if I don't know what the actual prices are, but if it's like so the Infinite Warfare is like $60, Special Edition is like $80. I think that's what the American price is on it.
Yeah.
If they made so obviously if they made the remaster available for like $20, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
What if the remaster was also $60, right? Like, would that be if they like? I'd be curious to know like if they released the remaster as like a full price game
Oh, lots of people
But
would
that
buy
wasn't
it.
tied to a disc.
that wasn't tied to a disc.
Lots of people would buy that.
Yeah.
No, but I wonder whether they would get more shit than what they're doing now, because people would be mad about that.
Yeah.
But they would still buy it,
Yeah.
and people are mad about this, but they're still going to buy it.
Yeah.
But would they get more shit for releasing it as a full price game than for a like forced add-in?
That's so tough. I don't know.
It's like, how do you want to? It's like choose your way of dying.
Yep.
All right.
This is great. This is a Pokemon Go story. Here's half of this week's Pokemon Go update. I assume you'll want to take the other one.
Yeah.
This was a sign backstage at Disneyland. Pokemon No. Attention cast members. That's what they call all the employees at Disneyland parks. Whether
Like,
you're
if you're-
whether you're in costume or not, you're a cast member.
If you sweep up trash,
Yeah.
you are a cast member.
It's like you're a sandwich artist at Subway.
So, for your safety and the safety of those around you, the cell phone app Pokemon Go shall only be played on your sanctioned break or off time. Please do not wander into restricted areas on your quest to collect them all. Make sure guests are not wandering into restricted places trying to play. Make sure you are not walking and looking at your phone, ignoring your surroundings, and do not use the time to set up or get a water break to pull out your phone to complete your Pokedex. We know you're only gonna catch a Rattata anyways. To me, the biggest news here is that I'm astonished they allow cast members to have their phone on them.
Apparently.
At all.
According to some of the Pokemon Go subreddits I read, apparently Disneyland is actually magnifique, right?
Really?
Lots of gyms and Pokestops.
Ah.
I wonder if there's like problems with
good place to play.
Pokemon like spawning. Yeah, like the spawning in like restricted area, like spawning in like the areas like that, you know, on the train tracks or something terrible like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a pretty big range of how close it's like half a block.
Have to go on like the Jungle Cruise ride because there's like a Pokemon like way off there somewhere.
Yeah. I just can't believe that when you're on duty, you're allowed to have your phone on you.
I mean,
Yeah, it might be just like a liability thing or something. Like they can't tell people they can't have their phone.
I guess.
But-
Fair enough.
But yeah, like especially the people in costume. Like imagine like, you know, whatever, Mickey Mouse or trying
Yeah.
the thing, this giant
Phone the size of their finger.
the giant paws.
Yeah.
yeah, the local Living History Museum is full of gyms and stuff. They just said F it and did a Poke Tour combining history and Pokemon Go. So it's
That's
real
amazing.
gamer cow. That's really funny.
Wow. And then our other Pokemon Go story.
Okay, so remember when Pokemon Go was real shitty at launch? Like, you often had troubles logging in and stuff. And Gamasutra has an amazing little graph on their website where basically they planned for what they thought their target traffic would be. And then they planned for worst case scenario traffic, which was 5 times as high as their sort of planned target, and basically how their servers would be able to handle it. It turns out their traffic was 50 times as high as their sort of goal traffic. So they set themselves a lofty goal, assuming that Pokemon would be popular, and then planned, like, they don't give the specific numbers here because mobile developers don't ever do that, but say they plan to have 1 million people concurrently playing.
Yeah.
And they're like, but we should make sure that our servers can handle 5 million people concurrently playing. It was 50 million people concurrently playing, but it was 50 times as many cloud data store transactions per second. So yeah, so that's why it was real unstable for a couple weeks there, and why there was a staggered rollout.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they were probably basing a lot of their numbers on whatever Ingress.
Yeah.
Which, while it sounds like a cool game, was nowhere near the impact of Pokemon Go.
Turns out everybody loves Pokemon.
Reminds me a little bit of, I remember like when WoW first came out, they were having all the trouble with the servers, you know, just like all these games do. And, you know, people were like, why can't they get their servers running? And there was a post on PA where they were talking about that they actually had like a visit with Blizzard, and they were showing them like, it's like, we basically, like, we have the largest and we're provisioning servers like the fastest basically anybody has ever done it. But
You can't come up with server space instantaneously.
But it's like we had a plan for provisioning servers faster than anybody's ever done it, and WoW was faster than that.
MTV CDM says they did not expect the game to completely take over the summer of planet Earth.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like literally a worldwide phenomenon of everybody catching Pokemons.
Yeah.
I saw a thing on, I didn't mark it as a story because it was a while ago, or a couple days ago, but I saw a thing on Reddit that was talking about, there's, I think it's in, there's a city is actually suing Niantic, because there's a bunch of Pokestops that are on like a beach that is right by like a private area.
Oh no.
And so people are like trespassing and doing all stuff that they really don't want them to do. And they've contacted Niantic in as many different ways as they can, and they can't get any response from them.
There's a huge backlog of take this Pokestop out of here.
And so they're having to end up suing them because it's like to get rid of this Pokestop because it's causing so much problem.
This is cool. There's a fighting game on Steam called Honey Rose Underdog Extraordinaire.
It's kind of like a fighting game visual novel mashup.
Yeah, there's like a manager aspect. There's like it's
involved.
It's hand drawn. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
But they figured out a way to do a sort of a pay what you want model on Steam.
Which is not normally supported
Which is
by
not
Steam.
not typically, like, I don't know that it's necessarily the first, but it's certainly figured it out in an interesting way. Basically, the game is free. You can go and get it, and it's there, and it's free, and you can play the whole thing. And if you then want to support the devs, there's 8 pieces of DLC for the game that do nothing.
They don't add a single thing, not even a picture.
Yeah, it's you can be like, oh, you know what? I liked it. 3 DLCs, and you can give them that money. Or you can be like, I liked it, all the DLCs, and you can give them all that money. It's just a neat idea.
Certainly, yeah, not with the spirit of the thing, but they're using the system not as it was intended. But
Yeah.
hopefully, I hope Steam doesn't like shut it down or whatever. Although, and I think pay what you want. Within a range pricing is something that Steam should probably.
A couple people asking, the game's called Honey Rose Underdog Extraordinaire. So check that out.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's considering stuff with like the Humble Bundle and all this stuff. I would be surprised if Steam implemented pay what you want or variable pricing. I guess is what it's technically called.
Gamers gaming the game system. Nice. The NES Classic is still coming. That's the little HDMI, the little mini Super Nintendo, or not Super, Nintendo Entertainment System with HDMI and the controller, and it just has like 30 preloaded classic NES games on it. People have now been hands-on with it, and it has a couple different display options. You can display like perfect pixels or whatever, which is just everything's nice and square. You can have 4:3 mode, which sort of like warps it, like it's on a vacuum, like it's on a 4:3 vacuum television, and you can add scan lines to that if you want to get real fancy about it.
Apparently, the actual emulation quality is quite a bit better than like Virtual Console, which is a little embarrassing, but.
There's also, they announced more recently than that, the Famicom Mini, which is the one for Japan, because of course Japan had the Famicom, which for us was the Nintendo Entertainment System. Yeah, with tiny controllers on the Famicom one that has it has a different selection of 30 games. Some of them are the same, but some of them are different. The Famicom one has Final Fantasy III.
Yeah.
In Japanese, but the American one has Final Fantasy 1. So it's like, but there's some other ones. Anyway, it's HDMI, so you should be able to import that one if you really want it.
Right, but yeah, because I guess Final Fantasy 3 never came out on the Nintendo.
Yeah.
So, in North America.
Feedback on the one piece of negative feedback is that the cord for the
too
controller
short.
is like 3 feet.
It's like that long.
It's very, very short. But if you buy the separate Nintendo, if you buy the separate controller, it has a longer cord. Unconfirmed. Don't quote me on that.
Well, it's what it is. I don't think it does. But the idea is that the controller plugs into your Wiimote, right? Like it's a Wiimote thing. So it doesn't need to have a long cable because it's plugging into your Wiimote.
Right. I guess the air turned back on.
Yeah, I set it to auto instead of turning
okay.
it off.
Cool.
So
It's to scale. Oh, it probably is to scale. They were like 8. They were 8 foot before, right?
Except the actual controller is the real size.
Right.
It just is a weird thing. It's like it's intended
why
to
cut
have
costs
it.
on the cord?
It's like it's intended to be like right in front of you with a long HDMI cable to your TV.
I guess.
Yeah, I remember
which
that
seems-
back in
which
the
seems
days.
odd.
You would pull the Super Nintendo out from the entertainment unit and put it on the floor in front of you.
Yeah, but they still had very long cords, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you didn't play
That's-
with the Super Nintendo stash. Like you pulled the Nintendo out and then you played the game.
That's
It was on the
'cause-
floor because you needed to blow on the cartridge.
well, also because because we're not allowed to sit close to the TV. Now you can sit all as close as you want.
All Meat Pizza has a link to the head for that cookie jar,
Oh, good.
apparently. So did you see someone tweeted at us?
No.
They were like, I have that cookie jar.
Well, it was somebody's precious childhood memory.
No,
then.
they have that with the head. They have the cookie jar with the head.
Oh, how did it get in here?
Also, it looks amazing on camera.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the
With how Picard looks in there?
Picard in the cookie jar. Who put the Picard in the cookie jar?
All right. There's a really. This is not really much of a story, but it's really fun if you look it up. There's a Counter-Strike Pro, Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
ESL won New York 2016 semifinals for CSL Go.
And a player won by distracting his opponent by throwing a gun at him. So his opponent was like, "Whoa, what's that?" And then got shot from like the side.
Yeah.
He like threw his gun over and then jumped down, and it was like. Brrr.
It's one of those neat actual sort of what do you call it? Emergent gameplay things,
Yeah.
right? That where the fact that you can throw a gun is not really supposed to be like a gameplay thing. It's just like the equivalent of putting it down.
Mm-hmm.
But it was pretty awesome.
And
So.
that's it. That's the news this week.
I mean, there's
Nothing-
other news.
nothing-
Nothing
else
else happened.
That's all the news we have.
That's all the news that is fit to print, or in our case, fit to chat about.
Yes.
Have a little chit chat.
All that's the news that's fit to print. Unfortunately, print is dead.
Yes. All right, let us get into the subs.
There's a lot of
because
subs.
thanks to Twitch Prime, we've had a bunch of new subs over the past couple days, which is amazing. If you're not aware of what Twitch Prime is, it is a bunch of it's a bunch of sort of bonuses that you can get on Twitch that you get for free with an Amazon Prime subscription.
Yeah. It's basically you get Twitch Turbo for free, plus
like free game content. I think there's a LOL skin. There's a Hearthstone hero. There's like bonus stuff that you get if you're Twitch Prime, and you get every month you get a free subscription to a channel of your choice. And so a bunch of people have been very generous and they've been giving us their free subscriptions. This is only good news for streamers because people have asked. Yes, we still get the money from it as if it was a real subscription.
Yeah, it's great.
So it's a Smite skin. Okay, well I don't play the MOBAs. So
all right, let's look at some people.
I'm here with
Reneko.
18-month resub says Checkpoint is never late. It always starts exactly when it intends to,
It's
which
like
is
a
correct.
wizard. Ryson, 37 months.
37 months from Ryson. Thank you, Air. 3D. Nikki Wolf with a 19-month resub says, "Woo! Finally get to watch Checkpoint after so long."
Yay.
Yay. Elihu Aaron for 5 months.
Eli Huaran.
Something witty words.
Something witty words.
I'm actually going to read. I've got to go so far over.
Mini Whack for 16 months. 16 months have flown by. Thanks for the amazing content.
Thank you, Miniwack.
Smiley face.
Myrnus has subscribed for 15 months in a row. Informed of the past, rotated by the whole earth, dullest implement.
Okay. Garfy 400, a new subscriber. Welcome, Garfy 400. Thank you.
Captain Falafel has subscribed for 33 months in a row. 3 months until the 3-year anniversary.
That's almost 4 years.
It's true.
Monsieur Squirrel has subscribed for 23 months in a row. And
Well, it takes a sec, so
I know.
Paul can do it if you.
The Hakofo.
Hakofo.
Hakofo, new subscriber. Thank you very much.
Yay.
And welcome back, Monsieur Squirrel, yes. The Ox with a 3-month resub.
Nice.
Welcome back, The Ox. Much appreciated.
Dan 9299. 33 months of support.
Another 33 months. Nice.
Yeah.
Indie Star X. Prep those checks to be pointed with news of the games of the video kind.
Yes, indeed. MT Storm with a 12-month resub. 1 year says LRR year is best year. Thank you, MT Storm.
Vire subscribed for 9 months in a row. Sub baby, but was it not just 8 months? I suspect Twitch shenanigans. Also, I can say my name. I probably laughed at my name. Vire.
Nen Lewin is a new subscriber.
Welcome to the channel, Nenloon. Oh
Yay.
man, all the Twitch Prime subs are rolling in now. Holy crap. Nerida L, another new subscriber. Welcome and thank you.
Waffle Soup, a new subscriber.
Interesting.
I think we missed Cursed Human as well, unless they're out of order on the thing there. But Waffle
Cursed
Soup.
Human.
There it is.
Cursed Human's coming
Cursed
up
Human,
right there.
welcome. Waffle Soup, welcome. Thank you all so much. Sergeant Oblivious with an 18-month resub says, "Hooray, I am now the Sub-Twins."
That's not how twins work.
The Flamman 5 says, "Dear Dr. Zler, I want to say I love you guys and everything you make since I found it nearly 10 years ago. All the sketches, podcasts, and now streams have helped bring me joy during very dark times of depression and anxiety. Even still, not enough rum." Thank you, the Flamman 5, the 27-month resub.
Also, Groat NASA.
A new subscriber.
Such incredible grout.
Coming up with new kinds of grout.
Jecamantis has just subscribed.
Gelcamantis.
Gelcamantis.
There's an L in there. Thank you, by the way, Flanman, for that. Sorry, I had to whip through it. Walk and Click with a 13-month resub says, just subscribed without Twitch Prime. Woo! Classic, new Twitch classic.
Nice. Gaspo the dog, new subscriber.
Welcome, Gaspo the dog. Thank you.
Featherweight has subscribed for 6 months in a row. Say it with me now. Say it.
It?
Oh,
What's
hello.
it?
Corpse.
6-month resub from Corp, who says, but Pyre Dynasty, a new subscriber. Welcome to the channel, Pyre Dynasty. Thank you so much.
Wikeneko. Wiki, new subscriber.
Thank you and welcome to the channel.
Sherman 5. Oh, what? No,
Pusherman.
Sorry, I lost the
Pusherman.
face. Pusherman 555, new subscriber. Thank you very much.
I'm your Sherman. No, it doesn't work. Bench 69, a new subscriber. Welcome to the channel, Bench 69. Thank you so much.
Underhill 33, a new subscriber.
So many new subs today. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you so much
Yay.
for your support.
Ink Slayer for 6 months.
Says 6-month anniversary is the 60th month.
Ooh, the 60th one.
Ooh, so 60.
Calaveth, 19 months.
Welcome back, Calaveth.
3 point something times his 60th.
D Dubs, a new subscriber. Welcome to the channel, D Dubs.
Dopes.
Mr.
Verite.
Verite? Am I too late? No, you were not.
Welcome back for 2 months. Bob Dole. New subscriber, Bob Dole. I assume that's how that's meant to be pronounced, actually. Welcome to the channel.
Star Chaser Deoxys, a new subscriber.
Welcome.
Salem Adams, a new subscriber. Thank you very much.
Shep DM with a 20-month resub. Welcome back, Shep DM. Thank you for 20 months of support.
Dropkick Start just subscribed. Thank you so much for your support.
Yes, Bob Dole confirms that I was pronouncing their name correctly. Thank you, Dropkick Start. Welcome to the channel. And finally, at least on this list, Mattman X311, a new subscriber.
Mattman.
Welcome to the channel.
X311.
Mattman.
And thank you for 414 bits. Acronic Energy, Mangled Pixie, Indie Star X, Seth Locke, and Foxmar 320.
Mangled Pixie?
Mangled Pixie is much nastier. That sounds much more dark than Mangled Pixel.
Look, I have to be, like, basically the only way I can read the screen is by going like this.
What did you do to that poor Pixie?
Don't worry about it.
Put it through a mangle.
Peter 200LX, thank you for 50 bits.
That's how you get pixie dust.
And Sound Guy 0 Decibels has just subscribed, also through Twitch Prime, new subscriber. Welcome, Sound Guy 0 Decibels. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay. Did Graham just make a Mathman reference? Yeah, Paul and I both did.
Mathman.
Mathman.
Yep.
And the evil Mr. Glitch.
We're nerds.
It's true.
Okay, that is going to be
Checkpoint.
checkpoint for today.
I hope you enjoyed having your points checked.
Going to check them all up and down and all around.
All
Hold
around.
still.
Checkpoint.
All right. Talk to you Star Trek theme? Is that what that was?
Boldly going where no points have checked before.
Tonight on
This is
Tinker,
the
Tailor,
voyage
Solder,
of the
Fry.
Starship Checker Point.
Tinker, Tailor, Solder, Fry in about 4 hours
Star
time.
Trek
No.
Checkpoint.
Ian is going to be
He's not
making
Checkpoint.
he's going to be making okonomiyaki, which
Delicious.
is a kind of a sort of a Japanese savory pancake.
Finally putting the fry into TTSF.
Finally, and Alex is going to be making a knife.
Oh, this is the kind of thing that gets people
Yeah.
checking up on you when you do it in high school.
Yeah. He's going to be like
For some reason, I'm-
with an oven and yeah, stick around.
For some reason, I still think that that Ian making the pancake will be the more dangerous.
You're probably right. Do we know he's not using a circular saw to make the pancake?
We do not.
Okay.
I cannot confirm or deny whether he is using a circular saw in the creation of the pancake.
Straight up, okonomiyaki is delicious. Also.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
And hey, another new sub there in the last minute from Scotty Muser. I often muse about Scotty. Thank you, Scotty Muser. Welcome to the channel. All right. That is going to be it for Checkpoint. Thank you all for watching and for subbing and for resubbing and the bits and everything, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Hooray!